America's largest single-site jail. Overcrowding threatens to push the detainees over the edge. To reduce violence, the jail has to cut the number of inmates. Executive Director Tony Godinez knows this only too well.
It's staggering when I give you the numbers here. We're probably in an area where 500,000 people will be moved in a year. Next thing you know, there's a fight, there's a stabbing, there's something going on.
Division 6. To speed along the release process, Cook County lets some minor offenders go home.
Bring it down, fellas. Single file line. Single file line. Single file.
A judge places them under house arrest with an electronic monitoring program.
Once you fill this out, you're going to hand it to the investigator. We're going to call to make sure you have a place to stay.
There's one catch. Someone must take you in.
Move directly in front of your phone. They'll use the telephone to make sure they have a viable place to stay.
The inmates are required to wear an electronic anklet at all times.
They have a mobile unit that's actually attached to the phone line at their house. If that signal doesn't go to the bracelet, that's how we know they're not at their house.
27-year-old Jose Rivera is a heroin addict. He desperately wants to go home, but first he has to convince his father to let him back in.
No, listen. They're trying to get me like fucking keepers. Please, Dad. Please, I'm begging you. Hey, I don't got enough house, Dad.
Rivera has been through Cook County Jail before. He got caught stealing, and with his drug charge, he has burned too many bridges at home.
I don't know nobody else, Dad. Please, man. I don't got nowhere, sir.
Happy place.
With nowhere to go, Rivera will remain in Cook County Jail.
My dad wants me to stay in jail, so I can't get to go home. Because he said it's better for me.
Please be seated.
Across the street, Ryan Malik and the rest of his platoon also wear electronic anklets.
There is something more today than getting out of jail.
Today, they get to go home. It's boot camp graduation.
Ryan Malik.
All right, Malik, good job. You made it. Congratulations once again. Charlie Platoon, carry on.
The ceremony marks the end of the first phase of the boot camp program. The instructors are quick to remind inmates they are still under jail control for the next 8 months.
You better think about bringing that uniform every single day you report.
When Malik leaves, he'll be on house arrest for a month. And every week he'll have to report to boot camp for drug tests. If Malik gets into any trouble, he could wind up in prison. But today, he gets to go home. Ryan's mother is confident that her son's days as a criminal are over.
And this has made a big improvement to him. Very big improvement. Put a whole different outlook in life.
But some former inmates just can't seem to stay away. Outside Division 11, officers race to respond to a breach in security over the fence. 2 men are found acting suspiciously on the jail grounds. It turns out both men were released just hours earlier from Division 11.
One of my officers responded on radio, and they told us point blank that you were throwing contraband over. No, not no contraband. You said it was around. I'm trying to get out. You stand down until we investigate this. I have to let my superintendent know.
The superintendent of Division 11, Daniel Morisi, doesn't buy their story.
They say they were just trying to get attention of cellmates from when they were locked up, but we got people in there right now doing a search of the area, trying to see if possibly narcotics or maybe a weapon might have been thrown over.
the officers act fast.
Outside the fence with K9 and X-Stop. What's your ETA to the outside? Trying to get him another officer. There's a lot of area to cover.
An exhaustive search on both sides of the fence turns up nothing. If drugs or a weapon did make it over, they've been lost in the maze of Division 11.
We don't know what they're throwing. They claim it's only rocks, and they just wanted to wave goodbye, I guess, to their friends in the jail.
With no evidence, the suspects must be released. In Chicago's Cook County Jail, maintaining order with 10,000 dangerous inmates is a daily challenge. The more detainees that come in, the more problems they cause. Director Godinez and his staff struggle to keep violence from breaking out and to keep inmates from coming back.
We stand in shock as these guys just continue to come back and continue to come back. And I'm thinking, if nothing changes on the outside, what chances do you think there are for that person to come back? They're going to be very high.
Hundreds of inmates leave the jail every day. Some, with enough cash, may bail before their court date. All of them moved through the receiving area the same way they came in. Some never return, but nearly half who are set free will end up right back here within a year. Others will leave on a bus bound for prison. Their stay at Cook County Jail is over.